Welcome to Mr. Stanish's studio. Today we are going to learn how to draw the nose. First, let's go over and how not to draw the nose. Avoid drawing lines, do not make nostrils that look like a pig, no outline, and do not smudge to create value. So here's a good example of a pig nostril. We do not want to have that. Now here's also where I'm outlining very hard and dark. I'm creating absolutely no type of value, and then I smudge just to create it. So here are three different techniques artists like to use when starting a nose. The first one is geometrically dividing the planes of the nose. Second one is where they're just using the lines to block off and map out where the value of the light will lie. The third is creating circles and converting nostril and tip into spheres. Choose the one that you prefer the most. I will be working the second technique. The first technique for most students can be a little bit too much work and confusing. I don't like the third technique as much because also a lot of students will create the tip and nostril way too round like a ball. Let's now talk about some key points that we want to pay attention to as we are drawing the nose. Draw the shapes that form the nose. Pay close attention to the angle, length, and the width of the nose and nostrils. Draw the areas of the values on the side and below the nose. Okay, that means that there are going to be four surfaces which the light will vary upon. Each of the two sides of the nose of the bridge, the top of the nose of the bridge, and the surface that curves back towards the face. Now I'm going to begin with the line drawing of the nose. The nose is formed by a series of curved planes. This makes it difficult to draw as there are very few lines to help us describe its shape. Start by drawing what you can see, namely the inside and outside edges of the nostrils. Then try to outline the main areas of tone that define the planes of the nose. Draw these lightly as you want them to disappear under your shading at a later stage in the drawing. Now let's start to add some tones and value to the nose. Simplify your shading into three basic tonal areas: dark, medium, and light, the white of the paper. Block in each plane of the nose with its appropriate tone. This should begin to render its three-dimensional form. Remember in how you want to pull off from the line and follow the direction of the light. Make your nostrils and tip of the nose more rounded by creating value. Leave highlighted areas white of the paper. Notice in how I left the area white above the opening of the nostrils and on the nostril. Step 3. The final tones. Carefully refine the strength and subtlety of the tone, softening the lines that join each plane with gradated areas of shading. You must look more closely at this stage to try to discern the faint variations of shading within each area of tone. It is the close observation that will take your drawing to the next level. Last step, this is optional, using a blending stump, or you can tightly roll a Kleenex, but don't use your finger. So as I had stated before that this is a tool, make sure that you're still using it as a tool, that you are following the form of the nose like you were doing with your pencil. You want to make sure that you start off with light pressure and then proceed to make sure that you are showing contrast on the nose. Now it's your turn to practice. You may use the next slides, or you may Google images to practice your nose. Try drawing each one of these noses. Like I've stated before, the more that you draw, the better you will get. Thank you again for watching the video. Hope you learned something new. Take care and stay healthy.